Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create Notion database items from Google Tasks. So I'm working as a freelance graphic designer and I'm using Google Tasks to manage all my projects. So here in this case I want whenever I create a new task for my project, automatically a new item should be created in my Notion database as well, so that I can receive all the project file details at one place. So here to build this connection, I need to connect these applications using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Notion item from Google Tasks. So as I've already mentioned in my introduction that I am a freelance designer working on several projects, and during my busy day I quickly add tasks in Google Tasks to keep track of everything. But for organizing my projects and working with clients, I use Notion. So here in this case I want whenever I create a new task in my Google Task, automatically a new item should be created in my Notion database. So here by linking Google Tasks with Notion, every time I add a task in Google Tasks, it automatically appears in Notion. This means I don't have to move tasks manually and I won't miss anything important, and all my projects info stays in one place. This makes it easier to stay organized and focus on my creative work. So here to build this connection, I need to connect my Google Task with my Notion database. And here to build this connection, I'm going to use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Plus, it keeps everything organized and error-free so you can focus on growing your business hassle-free. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, and you can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to connect my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this Create Workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as Create Notion Database Items from Google Tasks. And here I'm going to select my folder as Automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder in Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this Learn More link given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder in Pabbly Connect. So moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button given over here. And now here in this workflow window, you can see I have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Notion Database Items from Google Tasks. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Task. So Google Task is a handy tool that helps you keep track of your to-dos and stay organized. It lets you create lists of tasks, set due dates, and add details or subtasks, making it easy to manage everything you need to get done. People use Google Tasks because it integrates seamlessly with other Google services like Gmail and Google Calendar, allowing you to add tasks directly from your emails or calendar events. It's perfect for anyone looking to streamline their daily workflow, whether you are managing personal errands or work projects. Plus, it's available on both web and mobile, so you can check off your task anytime and anywhere. So here in my Google Task trigger, I'm going to select my trigger event as new task, so that whenever I create a new task in my Google Task, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. And here to connect my Google Task with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Now here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Task account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me for task list. So here to select the task list, let me take you to my Google chat. And here you can see in my Google chat, I have opened the Google Task option. So here you can see I have created two task lists with the name My Task and New Task. So here I'm going to select my existing list which is named as New Task. So here I want whenever I create a new task under this list, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. So now moving back to Pabbly's window, and here I'm going to select my task list as New Task. So now here after selecting this task list, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new task in a Google Task. So for that, let me take you back to my Google chat, and here I'm going to click on this add a task option given over here, and then here I'm going to add a title to my task, that is create a magazine layout. And here for the details, I'm going to enter the detail as magazine layout for the Park Hotel. So this is the description I have added, and then here I'm going to select a date and time. So here I'm going to select today's date itself. So I'm going to select the time, suppose as 1 p.m. and then I'm going to click on this OK. And here you can see we have successfully created a new task here. So now let's go back to our Pabbly's window, and now here I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have successfully received a response here where we have received the title as create a magazine layout. Moving forward, also we have received description in the notes that says magazine layout for the Spark Hotel, and also we have received the due date. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger step. But now here let me tell you one important thing, that Google Task is a pooling based application. That means it will look for the new response in every 10 minutes. So now let's move to action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as Notion. So Notion is an all-in-one productivity tool that helps people organize their work and personal lives. It combines features like note-taking, task management, databases, and calendars into one platform, making it easy to keep track of everything in one place. People use Notion to create to-do lists, plan projects, write documents, and even collaborate with others. Its flexible and customizable interface allows users to tailor it to their specific needs, which is why it's popular among students, professionals, and teams. So here in my Notion action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a database item, so that whenever a new task is created in my Google Task, automatically a new item should be created in my Notion database. And now here to connect my Notion with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Notion account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Notion. And now here you can see it is asking for access. So here I'm going to click on the select pages, and then I'm going to select all the pages so that I don't miss a specific page. And now here after selecting all the pages, I'm going to click on this allow access. Authorization successful. So here you can see it easily got connected because here I was already logged in my Notion account. So to build an easy connection, make sure you're already logged in your Notion account. Now moving back to Pabbly window, and here after building a successful connection, moving forward, and then here it is asking me for a database. So as I've already shown you that I have created a database with the name Google Task. So in this case I want whenever I create a new Google Task, automatically a new item should be created in this specific database. So moving back to Pabbly window, and here I'm going to search for my database, that is Google Task. So this is my database. And here you can see it is asking for description, task title, and due date. So basically these are the fields which I have entered in my Notion database. So moving back to Pabbly's window, and now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response I have received in my trigger step. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new task is created in my Google Task, automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the description of the task. So this is the description. Here I'm going to map the title of the task. And lastly, here I'm going to map the due date of the task. Now here if you want to format this date, then you can add an action step in this workflow and you can use a feature by Pabbly that is date time formatter. And by using that feature, you can automatically format your date as per your need. And now here after entering this due date, moving forward, and now here it is asking for content. So here it is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. But if you want to add the content, then you can do it as per your need. And now here after entering all the required data, here I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new item in our database. So for that, let me take you back to my Notion account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new item with our due date, task title as create a magazine layout and the description. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to create a new task in our Google Task. So for that, let me take you back to my Google chat. And here I'm going to create a new task by clicking on this add a task option. And now here I'm going to give a title to my task, that is create a new logo. And here in the details, I'm going to enter detail as create company logo for a clothing brand named Sui Dhaga. So here I've added a description and now I'm going to select a date and time. So here I'm going to select the date as 18th and now I'm going to click on this OK. And here you can see we have successfully created a new task here. So now let's go and check our Notion database. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see after refreshing also we haven't received a new item in our database. That is because here the Google Task is a pooling based application. So that means here we have to wait for some time to receive a new response. So now it's been some time. So now let's go and check our Notion account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new item over here with the task title as create a new logo and description as create company logo for clothing brand named Sui Dhaga. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Google Task and our action as Notion. So that whenever a new task is created in our Google Task, automatically our item should be created in my Notion database. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.